was. Yeah, enjoy.
Good morning, hello again, thanks for tuning in. So today we're with the JMAC squad and we're at Sherwood Forest Farm Park in Nottinghamshire, and we're on the Holmedale Lake, so it's our third match of the fishing season so far. It's going quite well, the weather's been horrendous. Certainly last week at Portland was absolutely awful. If you've seen that video, we nearly got blown off the boxes. But today we've got glorious sunshine, it's absolutely beautiful. We're on the bank with the sun in, so we're all sunbathing on this side of the bank. But it's been fishing quite well, it's been fishing £100, I think one in the open on Wednesday, and they were back at weights of 70s, 80s. So it's not too bad, but it has been cold all week. So last night was 2 degrees, and had frost on the car. Hopefully that'll disappear quickly, but probably expecting a slow start to the match and he'll pick up later on. Anyway, I drew peg 25, which I've seen previous videos from last year. I was on 27 and fished towards the sandbar. So I'm on the other side of the sandbar today. So I'm on 25 and I can fish towards 26 where the sandbar is. So I've set up rigs accordingly. So I'll just run through my rigs. I've set a pace rig up, a carper pace float, and that is about 3 foot deep, and that's to fish at lines at 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock and 2 o'clock. The same lines I fished a pellet rig up with a size 14 hook on. That's a normal pellet, 0.4 gram pellet float, 14 hook. All these are on to £5 line, and again that's to fish at the same lines as the pace lines. Now my margin swims, I'm not going to go to my right because it's a bit tight for Dave Lilliman. There's a couple of pegs up, so we'll leave that platform to him. So I'm not going to fish towards that platform, but I'm fishing for about 2 o'clock. But for my left margin, where it's shallow, I've set up 2 rigs. Got a dibber with no shot and really short float with a wire stem. That's about 1 foot deep to a 16 with a banded pellet. That's so I can lay it in the really shallow water, no shot on the line. Use perhaps an 8mm pellet on that just to anchor the rig, but fish it close to the bank. I've got a similar rig. This one is a long line margin rig, so it's got a translucent dibber on it. Again with a banded pellet on a 16, 1 foot deep. It's got a bulk shot in it to prevent more stability. But you'll notice I've got a really long lash. I've got a 3 foot lash on that, and that's so I don't have to put the pole above the fish. So I can hold the pole near the bank and flick the rig out onto the sandbar. We'll see how that rig actually produces today, if anything. If they come on the sandbar, no guarantee they will. So there are my rigs, bait wise, corn, pellets, 4s, 6s, 8s. I've also set up a bomb rod and a feeder rod to cast into the middle, perhaps to start on those lines. So I've got a few options, 3 or 4 pace line and pellet lines, margins to my left, and bomb and a feeder line. So anyway, so we'll catch some fish, pitch in a bit. That's it, we're in. I'm going in with a pot of pellets, feed on 4 lines to start with. Just have a look, see what's around here. I'm putting a few on the sandbar. We're at 10 o'clock. A few at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. Because I've seen the fish on the sandbar has been flumming up, I'm going to go over that straight away with a banded pellet. So I've only seen 1 fish caught first 20 minutes. I had 1 bite, missed it, but very, very slow start. So none of the pole lines have produced anything at the moment. So first cast on the feeder. See if I can pick anything up while I feed the other lines. Sunbathing at the minute.
Dave's got one. What's your own flow?
Not in yet. Great edge, Fred.
Right, 1 hour in. 0 fish, 1 bite on the pole line on pacement, which I missed. I've had nothing on the feeder lines. I've dropped onto the bomb line. So I'm fishing a 6mm on the bomb line. There's only 2 fish caught. Mr. Lilliman's had 1. Gary's on his 3rd. I think he's on peg 36. But this end of the lake we've not had a fish. Myself, Billy, Jeff, Mr. Sewell. No fish still. First hour. Another beast, Mr. Sewell.
Coffee trick work.
One in the bag. And the hook's come out in the net. Nice little mirror. $11.40, first fish. We're off and running. Right, so we're 2 hours in. Just 1 fish for about £2.5 pounds. It's the only proper bite I've actually had. Billy's had 1 to my left. Dave Lilliman's had 2 or 3 to my right. Nobby's had 3 opposite. Jeff's had 2 or 3 on the stack. And Gary, who I can see on peg 36, I think he's at about 7. So it's slow going, but one or two catching a few. I think catching on soft and hard pellet, a few guys that have caught from what I can see. But my match very slow at the moment. It must be a dead last. Can't imagine anybody's caught less than me in the first 2 hours. So at the minute, I've had the 1 on the bomb rod, I've put some more pellets on the bomb line, and then I've got lily pads to my left which I've cast to, and no more indications. I've fed my 4 pole lines again. The ducks have been and cleared out my shallow line on the actual sandbar. So I'm going to go round them again in a minute with paste and soft pellet. 5 minutes on each and see if we can pick something up.
This up now,
yeah, it's well cooked now. Number 2! Another 2-pounder. Billy's found one.
Time to go it down. Yeah. Top gets up there now, so.
Nice. I don't know.
Has he got it? He just looked at it. I wonder why.
Nice little mirror. Thank you. Can't tell you, it's top secret. But Orsley's in the title. Hey? Yeah. I don't know, but I've got some I've had, you know, since I was a kid. Right, 3 hours in. Got 3 carp for all. I'm going to say £8. 3 carp for £8. I've got 2 on the bomb with 6mm pellet, and I've had 1 on expander pellet on the pole line. So I'm just putting a few pellets in the middle of the lake of my bomb rig at the 3 hour mark, and then we'll just we'll go backwards and forwards on this. Refed my margin line. But yeah, it's fishing rock hard. The last hour has been really quiet. The guys around me, I don't think they've had much in that 3rd hour from what I've seen. Billy's had 1, I think, in the last hour. But the 3 guys opposite have struggled. The guy to my right struggled. And I've had those 2 little ones. So each hour got slightly better than the last. Nothing on the 1st hour, 1 fish on the 2nd hour, 2 fish on the 3rd hour. Fishing rock hard. Found one. Wouldn't like to say in case it comes off. No. fish. It's at 1:45. Fish number 4. Yeah, it is. I'm like that.
Just to keep him cooked.
Yeah.
Dad's got 5 now, you know, Dad.
Only babies. Not like the big ones Lillyman's catching.
Don't catch any big ones.
This is a little bit bigger if I can get it in.
It's just wet.
That's a nice common. Bit bigger this one, Bill. Thanks, Bill. I knew you'd wish me well. It's a nice one.
Only little and global.
Thank you, sir. I know you're wishing me well, really. The torpedo one. Right, so it's 2 o'clock with 3 fish in that third hour. So I've got £21. 6 in total. Hard going still, but signs of improvement. What I'm doing at the moment, I'm fishing 4 paste lines, just feeding a little bit of bait in each and a couple of bits of paste. So that's like 10 o'clock, for 11 o'clock, half 12 and 2 o'clock. So just fan around in front of me, put a little bit of bait in each and I picked 2 fish up and lost 2. But I've gone back on the bomb line because I put the pellets in at 1 o'clock just to get to try for 10 minutes and picked up a little fish, about £3. So 2 hours to go. Feeding a bit of corn on the sandbar and some pellets. So the fish move on there. No signs. So I'm back on rotating the pace lines. shallow water they shoot off. Oh, it's come off! Has he? Oh! Oh, I don't like to say until it actually comes in. Nice mirror. Missed a few bites recently. Just can't hit them for some reason. Winds have got up a bit. So I've put smaller bits of paste on. Still missing them. We're going with 2 grains of corn. See if that makes a difference. There might be some small fish in this one, probably at the bait. What's on the double piece of corn? Not, it's okay, nice fish, not massive, but very nice mirror carp. Not complaining. Yeah, still good on, yeah. Oh, fuck. You lost one. You lost one. They're playing with it. No. Right, it's 3:10. I've got 7 carp for 25 to 30 pounds, something like that. The last one on corn, and it's gone quiet on those lines. I'm going to refeed them. Gone back on the bomb line with an 8mm pellet. Just have a look, see if we can pick one fish up. But it's hard going. I think we've all got similar weights down here. We've all got 6, 7 fish, I think. And Gary's probably got 8 or 9. Lilliman's had a beast down the edge. So this end of the lake is fish rock hard. We've got 50 minutes to go. Try and pick a few fish up. There's 1 or 2 tail patterns, but no bites as yet. They're just mooching along the margins. I don't think they're really taking any bait. Not quite sure. They're not taking my bait anyway. I would have thought they would come on the sandbar with it being so warm. Gone back to join his mates. I know. Gone back to tell his mates what's happened. No, it's a lovely mirror this is. Bit bigger than £2 this one, Bill. That's a nice fish. It's a chunk. Ah. Oh, haven't we? Well, that's been a grueler. We've had 8 carp, but not many. So we'll get back to weight and we're going to see who's won.
Come on, a photo with it.
He's nice tone, isn't he?
Come on, a picture with that one, mate.
It's close.
I know it's close. Because it's a beautiful fish, that is. Oh, it is a nice, it's proper nice, isn't it?
Proper nice. It looks like you've got to take
no,
it
folks, I'll tell you what.
You won't have a fish like that with your foot down there.
It makes it look easy, it's probably 60.
On box. Exactly. There's a dark horse, you know.
I know you.
He's playing dark. Excellent. 47 there. 41. 41, advance on 41. 41.7.
Close.
Dear.
By a long shot.
31. 31.12. I love that picture. There's a lot of 30.
Black is nice, black is
Some big wigs falling it, tossed round then Skelly. Hey, here. Put that inside your stomach. Hold on, pal. Look at them beauties, edge fish, proper edge fish, aren't they?
One off.
50.
Just off.
What's made there? 51?
55.
55.5.
You lost 2 good ones, didn't you, Dave?
5.
51 dead.
I've lost 5 now.
One still swimming about. Don't tell everybody, he says.
Let's see. Did you see them weights after our match at 4?
Yeah, you're on about him today.
Good God.
You should have. Luke's the only guy.
I thought it was good, hadn't
The report.
Would Nobby come out with that?
I don't play
Look
that.
at Mr. Ghosty, he's a nice fish, Nobby.
He got that
Do a lick at
perch in. He put that perch in.
A bit your lad.
Who's that?
Barney. His son, innit?
You drew... Can't remember.
Hold on, Gary.
35. 45 for this.
Get them tallies.
37.
At left.
38.
Hold on, Smith.
Keep going.
Good eye, yeah.
38.3. Hold it off.
Hold it out. Right then, so on to the results for yesterday then. So there was 19 anglers fished and we had 658 pound at an average of 35 pound. So the weights were really well down for Holmedale. Similar to last year, if you remember 2021, we had a lot of frost throughout April and that really held the fish back a little bit. We've not had a lot of frost recently, but it's been reasonably mild. We had a couple of easterly breeze. It was really windy last week, it was cool. But actually Friday night, it was 2 degrees. I had to scrape the car in the morning and I thought, oh no, so a sudden drop in temperature just put the fish right down and there really wasn't interesting. It was just a case of trying to, winkle a fish out from here and there. I think I ended up fishing multiple lines, putting a little tiny bit of feed on each one and just rotating round, only leaving it 5 or so minutes. The ones where I did get a fish, it went straight away and there was just unsuspecting it at that moment in time, but it was tough going. I tried bomb, feeder, paste, pellet, soft pellet, corn, and I caught like 1 or 2 fish off each one, but So it was tough. Anyway, on to the sections then. So the first section winner was Roger Scales from peg 11 with £38.4. Brian Cox was the next section winner with 41.7 from peg 20. Gary Butcher at £35.6 from peg 36, and he started like a train. I think he had 6 or 7 fish in the first hour and a half, but he didn't have anything in the last couple of hours. just how it went. Alan Slacky had £38.3 from peg 55, so one of Slacky. And as you notice, you go through these weights, there were 10 weights in the 30s, and a couple of fish from any one of those, and they'd have been in the frame or even winning it. So on to the top 3 then. So third place was Tony Smith with £46.5 from peg 19. Second was Dave Lilliman with £51.23, and I think he had £30 of them in the last half an hour. He had some of these big honey monsters down the edge on maggot, so he fished a good match, but he stuck it out in the last hour, and he caught some really big fish, which was excellent. And then first place went to Phil Smedley. He had £55.5 from peg 9, and I think he fished mostly on pace to get those fish, including 3 decent fish in the last half an hour as well. So there were 14 or 15 anglers caught between 30 and 50 pounds yesterday. Really tight. So a couple of fish either way, and it'd have been great. What did I do then? So I ended up 9th, middle of the pack, with £36 8 ounce. One more fish. I know, Brian Cox was the section with £41.7. So one more fish. I'd have had the section, but everybody could have said that as well, I suppose, couldn't they? Everybody could have done a little bit better. And if you've seen the amount of fish I lost, I could have easily had 2 or 3 more fish yesterday, because they weren't quite taking it properly. The ones I did hook mostly were okay, but some of them were just sort of outside the mouth, which just really wasn't that interested at all. But that's what it's like with carp. When you have a bit of a frost, it can be like that. So it was a good competitive match. It was hard going to figure out what they actually wanted to do and what you could try and catch on, which made it really tight. So it's good angling from everybody to actually catch what they did yesterday, and having a £55 winning weight was quite low. But anyway, I think we're back here again in a few weeks' time. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please click the like and subscribe. Bye for now. One in the bag.
That's the 36.8.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Cheers.
What the 30s again, isn't it? Holy. Smile. One if you had to watch yourself.
Probably would have done, wouldn't I?
What is this?